Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Sri Lanka. It is the 11th of October and it is a Thursday. Welcome to the program. My name is Ryan, keeping you company, and later on we'll be talking to some young people who will tell us about a very special trip. But that is after we check out what the stories making headlines today, major dailies. Well, first up on the front page, headline reads, Local Council's House approves mixed electoral system for the polls. We will incorporate amendments after the delimitation work is done. This will take at least a year. Parliament yesterday enacted the two long-awaited legislations with amendments for the introduction of a mixed electoral system for future local government election. The Local Authorities Special Provision Bill and Local Authorities Election Amendments Bill were passed unanimously. Now, looking at another story here, it reads, University Dons may call off strike today, SB. Higher Education Secretary SB Disanaika expressed optimism in Parliament, saying that strike by university academics would be called off today. Now, still in the controversy surrounding the judiciary, lawyers condemn inaction by BASL. The Bar Association of Sri Lanka, or BASL, has not taken any meaningful action over the assault on Judicial Service Commission. JSC Secretary Manjula Tilakaratna, a senior lawyer, charged yesterday. Now, a little interesting story here, also quite tragic. A couple killed by lightning, and according to a little information box here, as of April 2012, incidents of lightning killed 21 people in the country. So be warned. Now, looking at moving on to the business section of major dailies, the headline reads, Government evades Greek bond issue in Parliament. House adjourned prematurely when issue raised. Sub judice used to avoid opposition queries. Reading a little bit into this, sub judice was used in Parliament yesterday to adjourn the House prematurely without allowing opposition legislator Dr. Harsha De Silva to open the adjournment debate on the controversial Greek bond transaction. Having listened to a few members on both sides, Speaker Chamal Rajapaksa allowed the government to take refuge behind sub judice, highlighting a petition which is pending leave to proceed by the Supreme Court. Also, another headline reads, SL Malaysia signed MOU in oil and gas sector. The first oil and gas related memorandum of understanding signed between the key government agencies of Sri Lanka and Malaysia is expected to pave the way for more investment and business opportunities in the oil and gas sector. And there's another headline that reads, Concessions in Budget a Challenge. PB, Treasury Secretary Dr. PB Jayasundara stressed that energy expenditure as well as the ongoing global downturn would limit concessions given by the budget to the masses. Now, turning on the most action-packed field section of the dailies, of course, the sports section. Controversy surrounding the Sri Lanka Premier League, SLPL, under siege as Somerset chairman exposed. Sandy Bummer rejects wrongdoing, saying it was well within his rights. Reading a little bit into this. While the international focus has fallen on the umpires connected to the match-fixing scandal, unknown to many, a bigger cloud of gloom has darkened the credibility of the Sri Lanka Premier League, or SLPL, casting doubts on the tournament's image. Part of the revelations made by India TV on their program on the sting operation that exposed the umpires claimed evidence on how SLPL's managing partner, Somerset Entertainment Ventures, Chairman Sandeep Bummer, was involved in shady sponsorship negotiations with undercover reporters who carried out the sting. Also, another headline worth noting is a story on ICC suspending 6 umpires. 3 Sri Lankan umpires among a group of 6 have had allegations of match-fixing leveled against them were suspended by the Cricket World governing body on Wednesday. All 6 umpires that were included in the sting operation by India TV were part of the group. The International Cricket Council, issuing a media release, stated ICC and its relevant full member boards have agreed not to appoint any of the umpires named in the sting operation recently conducted by India TV to any domestic or international cricket matches, pending the outcome of the ongoing investigation into the allegations made. Cricket is definitely under fire. Now, moving on to a little bit of the lighter side of life, entertainment news. If you're a big fan of the Beach Boys, according to this, Beach Boys Wilson Bandasa is very bummed about it. Yes, Brian Wilson says he felt blindsided by the news release from his Beach Boy bandmate Mike Love that ended the good vibration on the band's 50th anniversary tour. Wilson answered Mike Love's recent explanation in the Los Angeles Times with a response in the newspaper. Love said that he was trying to clear up confusion about the post-50th anniversary dates when he issued the news release, but many, including band members Wilson, Al Jardine, and David Marks, took the release as news of firing. The reason behind this, they're almost at the tail end of their 75 concerts in line with the 50th anniversary. And after that, Mike has released a statement that he will continue to go on tour, but without Wilson, without Al, and without David. And for the three former and, of course, founding members of the Beach Boys, for them it meant it was a firing of sorts. But according to Mike, it says he's got his own band and he's been touring for quite a while. So that's one. Another one, a lighter side of the presidential election right now. U.S. First Lady Michelle Obama was recently interviewed, and it centered on the girls. And she said that the girls have grown up so much for the last 4 years, but they don't care when it comes to politics. And she said that yesterday, Sasha, when she spoke to Sasha, she said that she's more concerned about taking care of Bo, their dog. She felt that there's not much of interaction between them and Bo lately, and that they had to have a doggy play date. That's for Sasha. While for Malia, she's just, according to Michelle Obama, she's just getting into that age when she starts to wonder, like, why did you do that job? That job meaning when she was vice president of a hospital, and she's starting to ask about how it feels doing that job, and she's starting to care on what they do, and she's at the stage, according to Michelle, that she's thinking about what she wants to be and how to make decisions when it comes to careers. But when it comes to election, they don't ask about the election because they simply don't care. So that's the thing. And a little look into the presidential election, which will happen November 6th. After the much criticized performance of the U.S. President Obama said in an exclusive interview with Diane Sawyer that he plans to be more aggressive as he confronts Republican presidential nominee Mitt Romney in their second debate scheduled for next week, trying to rest the fears of his supporters that his lackluster first debate performance may have cost him the race. He said, "Governor Romney had a good night. I had a bad night. It's not the first time," he said the first televised interview. And he said that this is one event. We've got 4 weeks to go. Nobody's going to be fighting harder than I am. And what we need is to make sure they tune in on Tuesday next week. So he said he's going to bring the game. It's going to be game on Tuesday. So that's what's happening. We got to take a very short break. And when we come back, we will be having with us the 4 young individuals from Sri Lanka College of Journalism telling us about the wonderful trip they took and what they gained from that trip. All when we come back. Welcome back to Good Morning Sri Lanka, and as promised, we will have 4 individuals with us. And well, let me give you a little bit of an introduction. The Sri Lanka College of Journalism, for the 2nd consecutive year, has decided to take their students enrolled in the Diploma in Journalism program to a very memorable trip to Jaffna. But this time, something different was done. And besides the normal exposure trip, of course, backed by the very respected Anuradha Herath, these individuals were made to see for themselves, to write what they've seen, and to make people know what's going on. That's how I look at it. But of course, there's nothing better than hearing it from these guys themselves. What happened from the 27th to the 31st of August in their trip to Jaffna. So we're with us 4 lovely individuals who are a little bit nervous, if I'm not mistaken. Closest to yours truly is Arshad. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. And Eshini is on the sofa with Nafiz and Ayuni. Hello to you guys. Okay, Ayuni, sorry about that. So let me first ask, August 27th to the 31st. This is not the first time that the school has decided to take their students to Jaffna. But is this your first time also for all you 4 to go to Jaffna?
Yes, it was.
Yes. Okay, so what was your first reaction when you were told, okay, guys, we'll go on a trip to Jaffna?
I'm excited. Very excited.
Very excited. Okay, what was the requirement? What were you told? What do you need to do when you get to Jaffna?
Basically, it was like a field trip, so
Okay.
we kind of had to do assignments based on it. So, according to our medium, I personally did television. So there were a bunch of us who did television, including Arshad,
Okay.
and these two were doing print. So they had to focus on a subject on print. So we had to do basically on television, like a news story or something newsworthy for the people. So that's what we ended up
Were
doing.
you, once you got, you were at Jaffna, were you given free hand to pick which topic you felt was worthy of reporting, or were you given, okay, guys, for today we'll go to this place, tomorrow we'll go to this area? How did it work?
We were all separated into groups because there are 40 of us in the college, so it's divided into Sinhala, English and print mediums.
Okay.
So we were all mixed up, so then the Tamil students, the Sinhala students and the English students were all mixed. And before we went on the trip, actually, we were given our group topics and we had to work our way from there, build contacts through people we know and set up interviews, set up meetings. So they let us do it by ourselves. Like, they gave the freedom for us to explore what we can do with the topic. So we called people in Jaffna that can help us out with our topics. So all 4 of us, we were in different groups. So we contacted different people. Sometimes there were people that all of us could contact, like a minister or a district office. But other than that, people that were relevant to our topic were, so we were given the freedom to do whatever we wanted.
Okay, but primarily major contacts were given to you guys, or were you told to find your way?
We were told to find our own contacts.
Very interesting. Okay, let me just confirm. So you were grouped, like mixed. So you
Yes,
have in your group people who would concentrate in Tamil. How was that? Nafis, was it easy working? Like if you write in English, to work with someone who would write in Sinhala and Tamil?
I'd say it was much easier because since I'm from Maldives, I don't know any language, Sinhala
okay.
or Tamil. Yeah, so it was much easier for me to cooperate with the Sinhala and Tamil.
Okay, well, you mentioned you're from Maldives. Was it easier to interact with, say, with Sri Lankans when it comes to projects, or did you see, was there a barrier, you being, let's say, even though a lot of us know what happened, for some who's not Sri Lankan, we are always considered as outsiders looking in. Was it easier for you to gel with the group writing about Jaffna?
It was easy. I mean, yeah, I had my friends. Yeah, I mean, these guys. Yeah, it was easy because everyone in my college is really familiar. So it was easy for me. I mean, there is the issue of language, but still, I had translated as well, so it was easy for me.
Oh, that's pretty good. So, the topics, was it hard going by, like getting the facts to back a story? Was it how was the process creating your project?
It was quite hard, as in my group, the group 1, we did post-war development, so that was quite a large-scale area, so we kind of had to pinpoint and pick what we wanted. If we talked about livelihoods of people, so we went on to talk about how they built their life and how it affected them after the after the war, right? So we had to, I basically did the security after the post-war, so some of my team mates did about road development and so on and so forth. So these guys did like completely different topics.
Okay, so for Eshini's group, it was about post-war development. For Aini, your
We did land issues.
land issues, meaning those who've been displaced.
IDPs, people that are coming back to resettle. So we looked at pretty much a lot of burial grounds, which was like a major issue there. Landmines, landmine wasn't that big of an issue because we were told 90% of them has been cleared. So yeah, we had
You were very thankful with that one, right? And